Welcome to the first video in our series of videos that will offer instructions and also suggestions and options on how to play the chants in Paramahansa Yogananda's book, Cosmic Chants. This particular video is for beginners who have little or no experience at playing a keyboard instrument. You will need to get some color coding labels as we will be marking harmonium keys to make it easier for you to learn the chants. Let us begin with the Om Chant. The Om Chant uses only 4 keys that I have already marked on the harmonium. I suggest that you pause the video now and mark the same keys on your harmonium. The marked keys are the 6th white key from the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Followed by the 9th and 10th white keys. 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the first black key on the right. Here is the melody of the Om Chant. Now I am demonstrating the melody with one finger, but we definitely don't want to play the chant with just one finger. So let's find our optimum hand position that will allow us to use all our fingers efficiently. This is the hand position we are going to use for the Om Chant. This note here will be played with the thumb, but we'll start on this note with the index finger. You may not feel comfortable doing this at first. Your fingers may feel a little weak, but you'll need to do it this way if you expect to play some of the more difficult chants. You'll need to get your fingers strong. I left my thumb down because we can use the thumb on this note and keep the thumb down during the whole chant, using it as the drone note. It will sound like this. Now I want to briefly go over the Western music terminology of half steps and whole steps. You need to know this because we will be using this terminology in our instruction. A half step is an adjacent key. From here to here is a half step. It's the closest key. Here to here is a half step. Here to here, half step. Here to here, half step. Doesn't matter if it's black keys or white keys. Here to here, half step. A whole step has a key in between. So from here to here is a whole step. You see, there's a key in between. From here to here, that is a whole step. We have this key in between. There to there, whole step. There to there, whole step. Whole step. Whole step. That's about it. So far, we have been playing the keys as suggested in Paramahansa Yogananda's book, Cosmic Chants. But in the book it is written, some persons may find it necessary to change key to accommodate a very high or a very low voice range. Now, for our purposes, what this means is that we are not strictly required to play the exact harmonium keys as suggested in the Cosmic Chants book. Now, using different notes for a chant can be determined by two factors. Using the harmonium keys that make it easier for you to play, that's one factor. Or factor two, using the harmonium keys that make it easier for you to sing. So let's begin with factor one and move all the harmonium keys down a whole step, because that will allow us to play the chant using all white keys, which you might find easier. Down a whole step, down a whole step, down a whole step, down a whole step. So these are our keys that we're going to use. Let's see if we got it right. Now let's consider the other factor I mentioned, and that is using the harmonium keys that make it easier to sing. I have a relatively high singing voice, so for myself, I'm going to move all the harmonium keys up a whole step. These are our original notes, so up a whole step. That goes there. Up a whole step, that goes there, whole step, a whole step. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start with a thumb there as our drone note like we've been using. Sounds okay, but if I move everything up another half step, I've got all white keys again, which I think is going to be easier for me to play. So let's try moving each key up a half step. Half step, half step, from that black key to the white key, half step, that black key to that white key. Oh, good. I've got all white keys again. I think this is going to be easier. Oh.